Hello, this is Eric. I'm working on a very nice Roland JX-3P. I've had this one for a while. Work on it off and on because it had some seriously strange problems involving bad filters that are supposed to not fail according to some people. Wrong. Bad circuit board requiring me to lift some components out of the circuit board and put little new joints floating over the circuit board in order to avoid mysterious hot signals causing one of the voices to randomly fire. Replaced a bunch of old bad trimmers that were literally falling out. They would break off. Once I got through all that, I could give it a shot, play it a little bit. Actually plays surprisingly well. All 6 voices, no problem. Now, there's a caveat. That was on DCO2. So I've got a special patch programmed here right now that will let me switch back and forth between DCOs. So you just heard 2. Now here's DCO1. Yeah, that's right. So it plays, but you can hear a bunch of extra stuff, and what voice is it playing? So what voice is that? Well, this actually all started with doing some testing using test mode. Test mode, you can read the details in the manual, of course. The tech manual. It's available online. But you go in the test mode, you turn the synth off, then you hold down a button, 1 through, well, they threw some curveballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9 put you in the different test modes. So you hold it down, turn the power on. Now you're in test mode. The mode I'm in shows me what voice is playing. So you can see that 5 lit up. Move my light a little, make it easier. 3, 2. Ah, that's my quiet voice. Voice 1's not playing right. So that's what I found going through test mode, that had some mysterious problem with voice 1. I did some investigation with the oscilloscope and found that the signal there was not a sawtooth signal as it should have been because of the patch that I had programmed in. It's supposed to be setting a sawtooth. So, what did I do? Well, I did this, the other patch. So I went from test mode to this more sophisticated patch that let me positively identify that it was some problem with DCO1, and also though that voice 1 actually works fine as long as it's getting its signal from DCO2, and that all the voices are getting this garbage signal overlaid on top of what they should be playing. That rumbly junk. It's on every voice. So let's take a look at what rumbly junk looks like with an oscilloscope. What I found is that test point 10, which is connected to some 4051 ICs, which are 8-way multiplexers used in basically every analog synth in the 80s and 90s, probably still today. You get special control signals out of them, and in this case, watch them move. What you're seeing there is the envelopes. I have no attack, so the signal jumps high, and then it decays away to the sustain level, and then when I release, it releases. So this signal from the test point is connected to 3 different multiplexers. One's for the VCA, working fine. One's for DCO2, we've already listened to it, it's working fine. The third is for DCO1. I looked at the signal in DCO1. We can look at it, it's a little hard to access, but I can get in there. That's the DCO1 signal. It doesn't look anything like the others. It doesn't respond to a key press. So I took a look at the continuity between the test points and the inputs to the 4051s. This should be a short circuit, perfect connection. And on 2 of them it is. DCO1, the input has a 73 kilo ohm resistance. It shouldn't be there. I don't know where it's coming from exactly. My hunch is that the chip is simply bad, and that it's giving me these squirrely readings, and it's definitely doing other bad things, and because it propagates that signal. So that's the interesting thing. So the signal does get propagated through to the voices, because you can hear it. You hear that little garbage signal. So I've got to, I could do some sleazy things. I could just jumper the pins together on top of the circuit board from one IC to the other. Maybe as a quick and dirty test to see if I can get basically to see if DCO1 works properly or not. That would certainly tell me, but it wouldn't get rid of the bad input that I've got going to it. That would still be there. It would just mask it to some extent. So maybe it's a bad connection in the circuit board. Maybe I've got another circuit board fault that I'm unaware of. But these are fixable. Yeah, anything's fixable if you see that. So we will do some investigation. Little sneaky testing. Probably will result in just taking the chip out, putting in a socket, and then installing the new chip. That should fix a myriad of problems. All the garbage noise will go away on the other channels. The synth will sound a lot better. I should be able to calibrate it, because right now you can't really calibrate it when you have these other bad signals going on. And it'll be a big step forward in getting this really nice, great condition 1980s, mid-80s keyboard back in proper action. I hope you enjoyed this. If you've got questions, ask in the comments. I read them, I respond to them, and always willing to help out. Take care.